does have an armory. Up there, right there. An armory and a second engineering bay coming down, so he's probably going to be going for Thors. No Thor upgrades yet, because they are expensive, and having Thors is probably better to come first before even thinking about getting their upgrades. So we do have Terran Infantry Armor level 1 coming, but with that level 2 ground weapons coming for the Protoss, it won't matter that much, and 3 High Templar are going to be warped in, which is going to help him tremendously to kill off those Marauders. And 3 right here. And actually, something new that I learned yesterday. Man, look at all these gateways. Anyways, something new that I learned yesterday. If you fight, if you ever decide to fight the Protoss AI on very hard, they go mass Archon for some reason. But that doesn't really matter right now. We have 9 gates. These last 3 are probably going to be opening up in just a minute. And let me see, what do we have over here? Just a lonely little observer. Observing. And he is getting whatever this is called. I can't really pronounce that first word. But whatever this thing called amulet. Trying to get an extra 25 energy for whenever the High Templar spawn. Or I should say warped in. Which can help depending on the situation. And I think he does see these 2, which he's not really doing anything with that observer, but he does spot just this lonely Viking and siege tank, which is actually part of this huge army. And I'm kind of surprised he doesn't see this. Well, no, maybe not. And it is on for that Marauder. Little scan going down right here, which could very much mean that he's going to be attacking or just scouting. Either way, it's still something's going to be happening very soon. And this amulet is going to be done pretty soon. And it looks like both of them are pretty much tied. Well, I guess you should say that they're tied in economy. But now we have this command center. By the time this command center drops, this will be close to being done. Plenty of photon cannons coming in right now. Will start to be coming in, and he is getting a lot of gas, so that is obviously indicating that he is going to be getting more High Templar. Whoops, more High Templar than he already has. Let's check the units. 5 High Templar, which is pretty good, and most of them seem to be somewhat charged up. All of them have at least, almost all of them have at least 100, which you need 75 for Psionic Storm. So we have 5 High Templar, 18 Stalkers, 1 Colossus, 24 Zealots, and it looks like he's going to be moving out. He definitely is going to need a lot more Stalkers if he wants to take out these 9 Vikings before they do damage to, a lot of damage to these Colossus. And if he uses these High Templar right, he probably will be able to take out a good chunk of these Marauders, if not, or a good chunk of the Marauders' health, I should say. And 3 sentries over here, just to spot them and give them some help. Maybe throw up some shields here and there. And this is completely mined out. It's probably been mined out for a couple of minutes here. And let's see, what else is he trying to get? Going to the production tab. Charge, which, oh, I didn't even realize this. What am I doing here? And the army is going to clash right here. I don't really see any shields or anything coming up from the sentries. Some Psionic Storm just hitting them. Just demolishing a lot of the health from all those Marauders. And I'm surprised to not really see too many more coming up. There's one right there, taking out some of those Vikings as well. The Colossus is gone. Another Psionic Storm hitting him. You can see that. We can see that RayMund is definitely trying to split up his army to get away from that Psionic Storm. And Charge is not done yet, so those Zealots are going to be pretty weak and pretty slow to get over to those Marauders. Don't know exactly what those things are doing, but it looks like I don't know who's going to win here. Definitely defend. I'm guessing RayMund just because of these siege tanks, and he has, and PandaTank has no immortals to deal with that, which is a pretty bad situation for him. And it does look like, man, it does look like Panda's in a pretty bad situation right now. These High Templar should, if I were him, I'd take these High Templar and morph them into Archons beforehand. I don't know why he didn't do that, but he was probably just getting into the battle way too much. Macro wing is always a good thing. But Let me check the production tab, and it doesn't look like he's really macroing at home all that much. He does have 3 stalkers on the way, but he does have 9 gateways and a robotics, and those marauders are definitely going to be pushing them back as far as they can. Probably going to be going inside of the base, inside of the natural, into the main, but at the same time, he doesn't know exactly what they have. A shield being thrown up just to try to block them as much as he can. And charge still only halfway done. Not going to do much at this point. Whew. I say that the... Get out of here, fly. I say the deciding point to that was probably these Vikings and mass marauders. There's really no Marines in that mix, just a few. And if we go to the units lost, PandaTank is lost significantly a lot more resources than RayMund has. You can see 13,950 to 9,450, and he has turned this into a planetary fortress, probably during the battle, macroing at home, which is always a good thing. And Terran weapons level 2 is coming, Protoss weapons level 3, and charge is still not done, unfortunately. He's going to send this one Marine out here, probably to scouts, check if he does have the gold, which he obviously does, and he won't really be able to do much of anything. And really, it looks like Panda's might just be in a little bit of a situation right now. Charge will be done soon, and I always hit 2 for some reason. I feel like I'm actually playing. And it looks like this army is just massing up with tanks. And let me see, check the units. Another 9 Vikings to replace several that got killed earlier, and they are going to be moving out probably to attack the gold. And this observer does notice it, and he's going to be moving out this, and charge is done, charge is done, that's what I was thinking. And he has a lot of High Templar over here, 6 actually, quite a lot, and I don't think that this little army from Panda is going to be enough to take out RayMund. He might have to leave this gold to die and continue to mass up his army, but he is going to go over there, or at least threaten to go over there. But those siege tanks are definitely going to be causing a lot of problems, and we're going to see what happens. If I were him, I'd probably move these Templar back just a little bit so they don't get killed. And here comes some storm, raining down on the Marauders and just taking out so many chunks of their health. Check out the units tab. We are still at 9 Vikings and 8 siege tanks. These siege tanks are just going to be bursting through these guys unless these ooh, that was pretty nice too. I don't know why he used that storm, or that psionic storm right there. I would have wasted them more on the Marauders than anything, because these zealots seem to not really have these siege tanks down. And it looks like one of these stalkers was doing their job for just a minute, and it doesn't look like he has any more charge, so I would definitely grab these guys, and at least 2 of them, and morph them into an Archon, which would probably help us a lot. This is a pretty decisive battle. We have, wow, so many zealots being warped in all at once. Didn't even realize how many gates he has, and just, wow, that is a lot of zealots. Really, they're doing nothing right now, but it looks like this guy will be able to use another psionic storm right here, and this could be the end for... Oh, whoops. Where am I going? This could be the end for RayMund, but it looks like... Yep, there is an Archon, but still, I was surprised. I didn't really think that Panda was going to be able to hold it off. Looks like he's going to be keeping this Archon over there, maybe for some extra defense to keep his gold. And I'm pretty surprised he hasn't gone for any counter, because there really wasn't too much macro going on at home. As you can see, the army is pretty small. It could be a little bit bigger for considering that battle. And he does have a ghost right now, which probably won't be doing too much unless he has some sort of ghost academy to maybe nuke his army, which is always really annoying, especially in a late game with Protoss. Let's see, he has another expansion coming up, and so does Panda. So they're pretty much still tied in economy. Man, that was just insane. And as you can see right here, Panda and Panda and RayMund are definitely catching up to each other in resources lost and units lost as well. More of the resources though, because of that mass army that was lost, and it looks like he will be getting ready to go out for an attack. 2 Immortals. Very smart to be attacking those siege tanks with, because Immortals, as you may or may not know, let me just click on this one, 200 health, 100 shields compared to, let's say, a Stalker with only 80 shields and 80 health. And their attack right now versus Armored is 65. And let me check these guys' health. 160, so about 2 or 3 hits from these Immortals could kill a siege tank. And also, since there are 2 Immortals and a big army backing them up, and an Archon, and another Immortal, so I could say that it looks like Panda is definitely being favored right now based on his army. If you go into the let's check the production tab real quick. Armor level 2, 4 High Templar coming in, another Immortal, Nexus still being made, and pretty smart for him to be getting these infantry armors and weapon level ups. And I'm actually kind of surprised that there are no Thors on the field. Those Thors can easily do a lot of splash damage onto that army, especially whenever they are clumped up. And this Nexus is just about being finished. I don't know why this waypoint's out here and not on the mineral line. And his army's just kind of moving around a little bit. 3 more warp gates coming in. That is a lot of warp gates. Let's see. No, it does not show how many warp gates he has. Obviously a lot. We have 5 right here, 4 right here, 3, and I know earlier that he just warped in a ton of zealots all at once, and a lot of photon cannons coming out, and it looks like he's just scrambling. Sorry, I always forget their names because I'm so not used to doing this. And 3 Archons, wow, that's a lot of Archons. But anyways, he is scrambling to get Marauders and Marines out. Don't know why. Well, I guess I could see. Yeah, I can definitely see why he would want to switch from complete Marauders to going into that. And he is going to see that army right there. And I don't know if he's noticed. These guys have noticed exactly yet. They're probably on. No, they're not on hold position. Whatever. I guess it's not too big of a advantage on his side, other than just that little bit of information. And ground armor level 2 will be done soon. There's no units warping in right now, and he does have a lot of minerals to do it. Wow, that is a lot of High Templar. That is a lot of High Templar. And it looks like they are going to be moving out for an attack maybe, but the Marine still sees him, so he did lose the element of surprise, unfortunately. And it almost looked like a headshot from that Archon. Obviously not, though. It looks like he's... Yeah, I was right. He does siege up his tanks right here. And that Marine is still following him, and there are ghosts as well. So hopefully for his sake he does not use any... What was that? Oh, EMPs. Ooh, that is just horrible for him. They all lost all of their energy. That is just horrible. And their shields as well. So... very smartly, he is going to be turning all of them into Archon, which is going to be horrible for RayMund. Man, that's such a bad loss. All those minerals and all that time wasted gathering that energy, just being completely lost. And I don't know why his army is still running away. Oh yeah, I forgot. He is probably just going to wait for them and try to hold off the attack until these other Archons get in here, because Archons are very powerful. 350 shields, 10 hit points. Very durable, especially if he has any shield upgrades. 6 High Templar coming in, and personal cloaking, which is gonna be for the Ghost. So he probably does have a Ghost Academy somewhere around here, and it looks like he's gonna be moving his army back. I would definitely not move out until those High Templar all get over here, and just pray that he doesn't figure out that there are more High Templar and use